Hello everybody, welcome back to Order of Battle. This is Paradox Gamer playing the Rise and Sun campaign. A Hornet Sting, April 18, 1942. After taking off from aircraft carrier Hornet, a flight from B-25 bombers under the command of Lieutenant Colonel Doolittle has successfully completed a bombing raid over Tokyo. The Japanese are shocked and angered to be confronted by their own vulnerability. And we're at the Java Sea, February 1942. As our offensive continues, several invasions are launched against the enemy colonies in the Western Pacific. In an attempt to oppose our fleet, the Americans, British, Dutch and Australians have mustered all their naval strength around the Java Sea. And we still have the sinking of all battleships at Pearl Harbor prevents these warships from opposing our fleet in the coming months. So we will not have battleships going against us. That's a pretty big thing, I think. The capture of Corregidor allows more troops to be deployed during the anticipated invasion of Java. But it's the Java Sea. Let's go. So no enemy battleships, or at least not those battleships that were in Pearl Harbor. So they lie at the bottom of the sea. Alright, let's go. Mission briefing. And just a note for you guys, I have a new graphic card, so it should be no problem now. There seems to be no lag. Let's see if that continues. Anyway, after the conquest of the Philippines, Borneo and Sumatra, we have advanced towards the Java Sea. The primary task of the Imperial Navy remains unchanged, providing escort and protection to the invasion fleets. To overwhelm the poorly prepared enemy garrisons and defenses, several invasions are being launched simultaneously. The only significant threat may come from the collective ABDA fleet, positioned in the Java Sea. While composed of mostly outdated ships, this force will certainly try to intercept our invasion forces. Once the smaller island colonies have been liberated by our troops, a large invasion fleet will be assembled to take the Dutch colony of Java. Its conquest is the primary objective of the operation and a vital part in our Pacific offensive. We must make certain the invasion fleets are well protected and use the opportunity to crush the ABDA fleet once and for all. Alright, primary objectives. At least 2 transport ships must survive. I don't know why it points to Rembang City. But anyway, that's the primary. Destroy or repulse all enemy ships. That's pretty clear cut. Destroy all the enemy ships and keep your own alive. Secondaries. Destroy all enemy ships. Okay, so the primary thing is just to repulse them and make them flee. But if you destroy all of them instead, few enemy ships will be present during the invasion of Java. Not the most important secondary, but I'll go for it anyway. We have to repulse them. We might as well destroy all their ships. Keep all transport and supply ships alive. More land command points will be available in the upcoming invasion of Java. Will be, of course, a thing to consider. Do not lose the Bali invasion force. This is the Bali invasion force. Additional air command points will be available if these guys don't die. Okay, and finally, sink Dutch flagship De Ruyter in 22 turns. Imperial Navy will reward us with extra resource points. That is good. Definitely want to sink De Ruyter. Alright, let's see what we have here. So this is the Java invasion force. We have a support ship. There are 2 destroyers and a light cruiser. And then up here we have another invasion force. And we have another light cruiser and 2 destroyers. Okay, so this one seems to be the most important one. We have 2 destroyers that we can deploy. I definitely want a carrier. Let's start by purchasing a carrier. Let's just get the best one. That will be this one, the Shokaku. Deploy that right there. And then we can add some aircraft to that. We have 6 air command points available from the start. And I definitely want the torpedoes to help sinking the enemy ships. Get those 2 up in the sky. And we still got 15 sea command points left. So I'm thinking about simply getting a battleship as well. And go all out and get the Yamato. Let's get the Yamato. That leaves us with 10 command points, and we do have the 2 destroyers that we can deploy. Like that, and that leaves us with 4 points. So I guess we can get some kind of cruiser. Yep. Let's get a cruiser. And we can put that up in the north to bolster that defense. And that's it, that's all we can deploy. Alright, let's see how that goes. Turn 1. AI is having their turn first. Okay, whew. So let's bring forward a destroyer, and we have immediate contact with 2 enemy destroyers. Let's bring up the other destroyers then. Now let's see, the battleship can fire now and do 1 damage. Or it can get a little bit closer and be sure to get 1 damage. Let's damage that one. And get the light cruiser forward. It can't fire right now. Also get the support ship forward. And then we have the torpedoes. Might as well fire them straight off the bat. Yep. Launch torpedoes. Boom. 3 damage. I take no damage in return. I could damage the other one, and that would make them less effective against my destroyers. Let's go ahead and damage the other one as well. 3 damage, and I take none in return. The carrier itself can move. Just move it forward 1 hex. And here I think I'll just stay on the defense, protecting this ship. Just stay close together. I think that's it. What can move? Oh, this guy can actually fire torpedoes? Yes. Let's do it. Fire the torpedo over there. 1 damage. So can this one. And so can this one. That takes them both down to 5. Will make them less effective. This guy can move, but he won't. So let's go to Allied turn 2. Oh, there's some kind of submarine around here. Gotta look for that. And we have an enemy gunboat of some sort approaching. This is a Dutch one. This is an American destroyer, which will fire its torpedoes straight off the bat. No effect. And as you can see, there's no lag on my screen. No lag on your video either. Perfect. We got more ships approaching in the south. Just 1 damage from that destroyer and 0 damage from the other one. So very light damage to my ship so far. Just 1 actually. So this guy up here, he's gonna ping that sub. It's right there. And I think the battleship will hit that one. The light cruiser will take it out. And then this one can fire on the submarine as well. Takes it down to 3. And then these guys can fire on the destroyer. There we go, that should take it out. So both enemy destroyers has been taken out and the submarine is down to 3. We got more incoming ships. Let's get the support ship up here. Now let's just see what they got. Let's move the bomber up there. So this is a destroyer and a light cruiser coming in. Bring this one up here. Nothing there. So up here we have a American destroyer and a Dutch destroyer. Let's just start by bombing them. This one needs to get closer. I could take out this one, but it will probably not do any damage. It's already fired its torpedoes. So I think instead I will damage the Dutch destroyer with the cruiser. Let's see if that will come around and bite me. And the carrier will just go behind here. So Allied turn 3. Let's see, the Dutch destroyer moves forward and hits nothing. Good. Now here comes the American light cruiser and the American destroyer in the south. And does 1 damage to me with the torpedoes. No damage from the cruiser. I'll probably be better off moving those guys back. Round trip. Any ships that have taken significant battle damage can be sent back to our naval base at Kure via the exit points in the northeast. When the necessary repairs are completed, they can be returned back to the combat zone. Those are the arrows up here. Alright, turn 3. Let's do some serious damage to this guy. Take out that one. Take out that one. And look for a sub. No subs, okay. Down here. Still be another turn until the aircraft are ready with another torpedo. Let's do some serious damage to this light cruiser. Maybe the sub is still around. Yeah, let's remove the sub. And let's bring these guys back a little bit. This guy does not have torpedoes. support ship up here and get the carrier forward a little bit. Let's keep the aircraft within range. They can strike the next turn. And that's it. Allied turn 4. Oh, we do have a sub up here. No damage. And another destroyer coming in. And my first damage up in the north, caused by that. Also a light cruiser. Also causing 1 damage to my light cruiser. Here comes the destroyer in the south. It has fired its torpedoes already. Fire the guns, deal 2 damage to my forward destroyer. Light cruiser comes in and also deals some damage. No damage. Alright, let's start in the south. The battleship will be good against the cruiser. And these guys will move up and start hammering this destroyer. And it's gone. That means the light cruiser get a point off the light cruiser. And we should be able to take it out with the torpedoes. Boom. Alright. So, let's fuel up this one. And in the north, remember there was a sub. Let's check for the sub first. There it is. I think that's the way to go. Take the destroyer down to 5 and the light cruiser down to 8. Subs down to 7. Allied turn 5. Seal returns fire, 1 damage to my light cruiser. And here comes the destroyer, goes point blank. It deals another damage to my light cruiser. That's all they have. Bali airfield. As the airfields on Borneo are inoperative due to the heavy rains, Imperial headquarters have decided to occupy Bali. Our landing forces has quickly dispatched the militia defenders to capture the island and its airfield. Okay, so that was the Java invasion force, or the Bali invasion force, and we now have another 4 air command points. And we do have 2 fighters, so why don't we get one of those active? The one with the pilot, or the ace rather. Get the... We now have a fighter there, and there's still 1 point, so we could go in and purchase a recon. And we'll just place that here. The recon plane is land-based, but it doesn't need to land, so it's not based anywhere. Alright, so the bomber has now been refitted. Let's get the battleship forward. And the light cruiser, and then the screens in front of that. The carrier. Get the bomber up. Land this one. And the support ship. Then in the north, I'll continue to hit the light cruiser. And the submarine. And let's dispatch of the enemy destroyer. Right, Allied turn 6. Now the seal is, the light cruiser is moving forward, deals 2 damage. Oh, and my infantry started to move. Alright guys, let's put a break in here. I'll be back next time. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.